You see Dante Silver Evans there. No stranger to the K-Series crowd. We last saw him versus Arian Asipi on our 112 card with a win there. He comes to the ring tonight with a 3-0 record out of Culture. His coaches are Chris Martinez and Chris Roman, training for 2 years and fighting for 1. He said, his first fight was a wild wake-up call, and since then we've seen in each subsequent fight, he uses his combinations really well, takes advantage of any opportunity he can, and he's always looking to finish the fight. We saw that 2 fights ago from him. It ended in a TKO after hook combinations in the second round. So we're going to see if he can put another performance like that on. He'll be facing off with Giovanni Ramos, 4-1 out of Glory Martial Arts. His trainers, Youssef Cady and Jeff Chan. I think this has potential for Fight of the Night written on it. I mean, with the Gamma title on the line here, this is something that both of these fighters have worked so hard for years. And now there is one thing standing in their way, the man across the ring.
I think I would have to agree with you. The crowd seems to agree with you that this might be Fight of the Night contender. The crowd could not be more excited for this one. And both gentlemen look up for the challenge.
With our first of 5 championship matches this evening. This one is for the Gamma USA 155-pound championship. This championship fight and all championship fights this evening are presented by RFC Promotions, and they are brought to you by K-Series Kickboxing and the Melrose Ballroom here in Queens, New York. This championship fight and all championship bouts are sanctioned, and the officials are provided by the Global Association of Mixed Martial Arts. Tom Kilkenny, the regional director, is here in attendance this evening. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's time to meet the competitors for our first championship fight of the night. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the ring with a fight record of 3 wins, 0 losses. Representing the Culture Fight Club, Dante Silver Evans. His opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He stepped through the ropes with a fight record of 4 wins, 1 loss. Representing Glory Martial Arts, Giovanni Ramos.
All right, we got 5 rounds. You got the rules at the fighters meeting. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. You can touch gloves. Bring it back to your corner.
Here we go, folks. 5 2-minute rounds, 155-pound division for the Gamma title. Chris Romulo about to get a start to the action. Dante Silver Evans out of the blue corner, Giovanni Ramos out of the red. Liam Tarrant and LG Pennell join you here at K-Series 4. Teep for Evans. Oh, nice high kick there for Evans. Just gets through and lands. Evans with a body kick. Ramos stepping in with the right hand.
Yeah, that body kick slid right up under the elbows of his opponent. Still landed flush to the ribs.
Nice teep there from Ramos. Ramos with a lot of fans in the crowd here.
Beautiful overhand there from Ramos. He's almost batting the punches down and flying right over them. Really, really close to his opponent while he's intercepting punches. That's so impressive. He's attacking the calf, the body, and up to the head. Beautiful body kicks out of Dante, though.
Nice combination of punches from Ramos. Got a sneaky shot in that left hand in.
Yeah, he's got great boxing, slipping his head from left to right, swimming through punches that are coming to his direction.
A couple of times now, it seems like Ramos's punches do a really good job of interrupting Evans in the middle of a combination. Ramos seems very comfortable to play the role of counter fighter here.
Yeah, you can see his comfort level in boxing range. When Dante is throwing jabs down the center, Ramos is slipping left, and then he's slipping right around those punches, and then he's countering with 2, 3, 4 punches at a time. That double jab is totally money. It's just peppering his opponent. He isn't loading up on him too, which I actually think is playing in his favor. You're getting a little less sting on the end of them, but you're able to throw 4 or 5 at a time rather than 1 or 2 because you're not loading up.
Ramos also doing a very effective job with, he seems to be favoring the calf kicks quite a bit. Seems to be going down there. He's landed about 3 or 4 at this point. So we'll see if that does have an effect on the movement of Silver Evans.
Yeah, really high pace round there out of both gentlemen. And a good style too. Kind of a traditional boxing style with the tight head movement, swimming through punches, slipping left, then slipping right around the same type of punch, and then coming over the top and underneath like we're seeing from Ramos. Whereas Dante is mixing in big body kicks, big low kicks, and then trying to set things up with his straight jab.
Let's see here, seconds are called out of the ring. This is, again, folks, this is a 5-round fight for the title, so both guys have a little more leeway on as far as the score goes on the cards, but you can't give too much away. So let's see if Silver Evans makes some adjustments here.
It's a high pace for 55ers to start the first round of a 5-round fight.
Absolutely. Saw a nice high kick earlier there from Ramos. Silver Evans responding with kicks of his own. Oh, nice switch kick there from Ramos, a right and a jumping left. Very tricky fighter, Giovanni Ramos, so far.
Yeah, right as I say he's a boxer, he throws a nice, beautiful body kick. Dante's doing a good job of mixing up his shots as well. And I like his range. Throwing those low kicks at the end of his combination seems to be really wise, especially since it's usually the time when Giovanni would be countering and leaning forward to throw punches of his own. That means that his weight's on that front leg to get hit with that low kick by Dante.
Again, nice low kick lands for Silver Evans, and a nice knee lands for Ramos.
Good evasion there from a high kick on Ramos's part. He's very relaxed.
And Silver Evans' hands are also very fast. In reaction, he just pop 2 shots right away.
Yeah, I would agree, but I think his best asset in this round has been that low kick. It lands every time.
And I'm starting to see a little bit of redness on the left calf of Silver Evans, where we mentioned Ramos has been landing those calf kicks over and over. We'll see if that affects his movement as the fight goes on. Nice punches by Silver Evans, starting to pour it on here. Ramos not afraid to just stand in front. 10 seconds left in the second. These guys are keeping a high pace in this fight.
Very high pace and very fast for the 155 division. I'm impressed with that. They're both very confident in their punches. I think that's why they're throwing them consistently, is because they're starting to trust them even here just 4 minutes into the action, slipping out of range and throwing 2 or 3 shots at a time. You've got to know that your combinations and your punches are good to throw them like that. If you second guess your punches, you'll hesitate, you'll throw one-offs, and typically you don't have a lot of luck with them. But we're not seeing that at this high level. Curious to see the body language of these two guys coming into this third round. This is where the action typically really starts to pick up in a normal 5-rounder, but these guys have been going from the first bell.
Yeah, absolutely. Third round starting here. Ramos out of the red corner, Silver Evans out of the blue. Gamma title on the line.
Nice 4-punch combinations from both of those guys. I like the way that Ramos ends some of his combinations with either a double jab or an inside low kick. It's such an accessible way to put a stop to a counter.
Ramos once again throwing those switching kicks, throwing a lot of kicks in there, starting to pepper in different shots.
Nice right head kicks there from
Ooh.
Evans, and one slips through, followed by a left teep to the head.
Another right kick, that one gets blocked. 2 calf kicks in a row, land for Ramos. Silver Evans going for the teep, coming up short.
Good knee to the body there from Evans. Because he was off the center line, the knee just drove up right through the solar plexus, down the center line of his opponent.
Nice block there from Ramos, blocks the high kick. Silver Evans coming back with punches. Silver Evans coming straight in with his shots, and Ramos looping around.
Yeah, he had a lot of luck with that right hand. He threw it 3 times in a row.
Oh, very nicely timed and well done by Giovanni Ramos to take out the inside of the leg from Silver Evans.
Yeah, absolutely, and a back spinning back kick that does kind of land there to the solar plexus.
Ooh, solid uppercut lands. Nice.
Dante's going to think twice about putting all his weight on that front leg after being swept the way he was. But he's still throwing with power.
Ramos again testing the inside of that lead leg and going again to the calf kick.
What exciting exchanges from these two guys.
This is a thrilling fight so far, truly deserving of a Gamma Championship title. We are more than halfway through this bout as we go into the championship rounds here.
Once you hit the 4th round, you get this confidence, in my opinion, most fighters, to just get this confidence about them of like, oh, we're not only are we deserving of a 4th and 5th round, but we just have the opportunity of seeing what it's like to be taken into deep waters, and that's actually a privilege that a lot of fighters never get the opportunity of. And so it's an exciting thing seeing 2 guys with these records have this opportunity of a 4th and 5th round.
Yeah, Giovanni Ramos 4-1, Dante Silver Evans with 3-0, and they're already advancing quickly in their career. And both guys coming out storming.
Every time that Evans is throwing that double jab, Giovanni peppers that leg with a low kick. Yeah, it seems like Giovanni's just waiting for Evans' weight to come forward so he can attack that front leg.
Yeah, he has really been applying that game plan since round 1. And as we get to these later rounds, we'll see if it starts paying off for him.
Doesn't seem like Evans is deterred from stepping forward yet because of it. But it has started to create damage. I'm seeing some swelling on that calf of Evans. Oh, big punches and a nice right hand to the body from Giovanni.
A very nice slip and a reaction there. Comes upstairs, but Evans is out of the way quickly enough.
Another calf kick. Evans peppering right down the center line.
Ramos has a nice straight shot there in the middle and another calf kick. Evans goes for the thigh shot.
I like the way that Ramos blocked that low kick with his shin. It was just right on the money. You could actually hear the thud of the block. When you block properly, it hurts the kicker just as much as you typically. So good way to deter that low kick. Nice double jab.
Jinx.
Oh, that uppercut was so close.
Yeah, I was going to say just missed with that uppercut. And both these guys just pouring it on now. Neither one backing down an inch.
Nice slide back in response from Giovanni. He's throwing a teep to try to get some range for his punches.
That will be the end of the 4th round. Yeah, Giovanni Ramos does a really nice job combining his movement and punch combinations. He pop, and then he's out of the way and he's back. And he's been slipping the whole time so well and very, very slick in there.
Yeah, and you know, it's so hard to know who's winning whenever the exchanges are so back and forth like this. But I do think that that ability to stay in range and counter so quickly is a big factor in this particular fight that we're watching right now. I will say, Dante Evans was doing a great job at the beginning of that round with his kicks, and they were having a lot of success. He took a little bit off of him toward the end of that round. If he picked him back up in the 5th, I think it might pay off.
Yeah, you mentioned staying in the pocket and staying in range. Giovanni Ramos hasn't seemed to have a problem the entire time, just standing in front, making you miss and then making you pay, and that's got to be so frustrating for Silver Evans or for any fighter to have that happen. 5th and final round, championship on the line. We haven't had a single knockdown or standing 8 throughout the fight. We'll see if we get one in this round for either side. Solid left hand for Ramos. Nice uppercut. And Ramos has been doing a fantastic job throughout the fight, getting that high block up there to get in the way of the kick. Ooh, spinning shot just misses.
Dante responds with some straight punches down the center after that spin.
Silver Evans,
head kick.
Silver Evans is just so determined. He just keeps coming in, and he's pouring on the attacks here.
As a coach, that's the exact type of fighter you want to have, is somebody that even if they may be being edged out on the scorecards, they just don't stop. Show heart and show skill at the same time while staying composed. But man, Giovanni Evans staying in tight, landing his own punches and kicks, not in 1 or 2 punch combinations, but 3, 4, and 5, ending with the spinning back fist there.
Nice uppercut attempt there, doesn't quite land. Silver Evans is continuing to push forward. And they have set a grueling pace for these 5 rounds. Ooh, step in, nice uppercut, and he steps right back out, slips out, real slick.
Damage to the body and the head here. I'm finally starting to see a little damage on somebody's face, and it's coming on Evans' lower, I guess that would be like orbital bone on the right side.
Nice shot there from Ramos. Nice evasion. Ten seconds left in the fight. We will see who takes this Gamma Championship home. Nice spinning shot there from Ramos. Trying to finish strong.
Good knees to the body from Evans to end the fight.
Wow. Final shot is that knee from Evans. We're going to see how the judges score that fight. That truly was a fight deserving of a championship bout. I mean, both of those guys, what tremendous, tremendous competitors in there.
Yeah, that was very impressive. If you had told me that both of these guys are coming in here with a record of 10-0, I would have believed you.
Yeah.
Really good composure, really good skill. You know, another thing that I just keep thinking back to is the self-awareness of Giovanni on his punches. In the very beginning of the fight, he was peppering combinations of 3 and 4 at a time, but he didn't have much behind the punches. And I think that just served to help him find his timing throughout the fight and bring it home towards those later rounds. But Dante would just not be deterred. Again, his determination, his ability to march forward and throw right down the middle. It's a tough fight to call.
It's a tough one to call, but I agree with what you're saying there, LG. If I'm hearing you right, you know, as the fight went on, it seemed like Ramos found more and more his rhythm and more what he wanted to do and was applying his game a little bit more. But Silver Evans never once stopped or backed down, or it didn't really seem affected very heavily by a lot of shots. I mean, the amount of shots both these guys absorbed were tremendous.
Yeah, and at 155, that's a tough thing to do. I'm sure that the judges are taking into consideration some of the damage that we're seeing on Evans' face, but man, what a fun fight that was.
We have the results in hand. Mike Falvo will give us the official decision to who goes home with this Gamma Championship.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for one hell of a championship fight? And now, after 5 hard-fought rounds of kickboxing action, we go to the judges' scorecard. The judges have scored the fight 49-46 for Ramos.
Split decision.
49-46 for Silver Evans. And 48-47 for your winner by way of split decision, Out of the red corner, Giovanni Ramos.
Wow, so 2 judges had it 4 rounds to 1 for each person, and 1 judge had it 3 rounds to 2 for Giovanni Ramos. A razor-thin split decision that decides that Giovanni Ramos going home with that Gamma United States title, but Dante Silver Evans truly putting on a memorable performance here. Ramos's fans from Glory Martial Arts going crazy in the crowd right now.
Yeah, not only should they be proud of a good performance, but they should just be proud of the way that they affected the crowd. Whenever a crowd gets to watch that much skill and that much heart all in one fight, it's something of beauty, and you're giving a gift to every person here who bought a ticket to come see you.
Absolutely, and we also want to thank everybody tuning in on rfcpromotions.tv. Make sure you follow us at rfc.promotions. You can follow me at Liam Talks Fights and LG at lg.panel. Keep up with us. Find out all the upcoming action from K-Series and RFC Promotions.